Alright guys, so I'm back. It's been like 2 months since I've uploaded a video. It's been a while. I got my new tattoo on Thursday. Obsessed with it. It looks so good. Shout out to April. Go see her. She's at All Seeing Eye Tattoo in Des Moines. So today I figured that since I haven't done my makeup that I could possibly do it for you. Yay. Okay. So, I'm just gonna start off with my basic routine. I always moisturize before I put anything on. This is Taliani, and it's actually a cannabis moisturizer. It's my absolute favorite. I've gone through, I'm not even kidding you, like a bajillion and one moisturizers because I have eczema and everything irritates me. Literally everything. But for some reason this one does not, and it actually makes me not break out or anything. Sometimes moisturizers also make me break out because of how sensitive my skin is, but I haven't had any issues with that, so that's good news. So then after that, what I do is I spray my face with the Mario, I don't know how to say his last name, his facial spray with aloe cucumber and green tea in it. Super awesome and super affordable. I use a small one for travel and every day, and because it's a smaller one, but they also have this big one, and I think for the big one it's like $12. Super affordable. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So I kind of let that dry, and then, well, that is almost done. I am getting ready. I'm going to prime my face with, it's called Japanesque. We have it actually at my supply place where I get all my professional color and everything. It's a professional brand, so I just started using it not too long ago, and it's literally awesome. And I've never wanted to use primer. I know you're supposed to, but I don't. But it makes a huge difference because I'm always super self-conscious about my cheek pores. They're just really bad, I feel like. I mean, probably not, but I feel like they are. So this really helps cover it all up. Oh my gosh, it looks super red. And then I follow with my Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation. I also, just like the primer, have gone through 100 different foundations, and I've never been like obsessed with that one foundation. I feel like everyone has that obsession with their one foundation that they absolutely love, and I've never like had that until I found this, and I literally suggest this to everyone. It's a really good foundation, and I'm literally obsessed with it. I use it every single day that I do my makeup, and I know this probably isn't the most ideal way to put on your foundation, but this is how I do it. And I go in and just lightly brush all my foundation in. I used to use a beauty blender, but the more I use it, the more I felt like it looked weird on my dry skin. And that's a big reason why I don't really bake my face like a lot of people do, because it makes my face so dry and it starts to give you that like super ugly, like gross peeling look, and I can't stand that. So sometimes I bake my face if I'm like feeling like my face is super hydrated, but I also haven't worn makeup in a couple days, so I don't really want to attempt that and then it looked really bad. So maybe in my next video I'll actually feel like, hey, yeah, I should do that, and then I'll do it. But yeah, I try not to push too hard because then I feel like it really brings out any dry pieces on my face. But like, it's a really good coverage. I feel like it's not super full. I mean, you could definitely layer it up and it would be fuller if that's what the look you're looking for, but I'm not one that really likes to wear foundation all the time, so when I do, I don't want anything that's really heavy on my face because I literally can't stand like having like caked face. I mean, some people can like do it and it doesn't bother them, but I just cannot do it. So Then next, what I typically go through is do my eyebrows after this. Now, I've recently, in the past like 2 months or so, started doing my eyebrows differently. I was using them with just a pomade, but now I'm using this Maybelline brow tint pen, and it's super duper awesome, and it's affordable. But if you look really close, you can see if it'll, there we go, kind of, maybe, oh, there we go. You can see all the little prongs, and that gives you the closest to a hair-like look for your eyebrows. So what I usually do is I just go in on the front and literally just like brush it through where my eyebrow, because I'm kind of getting eyebrows, where they start. And I know that they don't have to look identical, so I don't worry a whole lot about them being like super precise. But I'll show you what they look like. I do have some hair right now, but yeah, so that's the beginning part that I do. And then after that, I go in with my Kat Von D pomade. This is the only one that I've ever had literally stay a full 24 hours, like completely intact. I can nap on it, I can sleep in it all night long, and it will still literally be on my eyebrows the next day. So for somebody that doesn't have eyebrows, this is a 10 out of 10. And it also makes me really confident about going swimming, because then I don't have to worry about them like washing off and me looking weird. So I try to go with the line of where, because I do have some hair right now, so I try to go with that instead of like going against it, because it makes everything a lot harder to go against the hair that I do have, just because it's fresh hair and it makes it kind of like fall out kind of when you go against it, because then if you do, it pulls the hair back the opposite way, and you don't want to do that. It doesn't have to be perfect, because I always go back and touch it up underneath. I know a lot of people use concealer, but I don't conceal my makeup like under my eyes, so I don't want to have two different colors, so I usually go in with just some foundation underneath so that it all blends out really well. So there's one. I have to touch it up after, but and I'll tell you what, I have never ever been into doing my eyebrows. Like, I hated doing them because they're time consuming and I'm super not patient. But since I've kind of gotten it down, it's become a lot easier. And actually I do have some regrowth of eyebrows, so that helps a lot with like trying to find a starting place, because I feel like that's the hardest part, which sounds so stupid, but like you want them to be as close as possible. I mean, obviously everyone says, you know, sisters not twins, they're not supposed to be identical, but like I try super hard to get them close as possible. So having a good like similar starting point always helps with that. And you want the most feathered look in the front, just to really show like, or I mean have this similar look of what hair would look like. So usually what I do is I go through and do this to be sure everything lines up. Again, they're not perfect, but they look decent. Okay, and then my next part, I go through with my Morphe brush, and I literally just dab like a tiny dot on my hand of foundation, and just barely brush the brush through, and then dab it on my hand as well, so that I don't have a lot of foundation, because like I said, it's just touching up the underneath and really giving it a crisp line, and then just kind of blending see, like, you can already tell the difference just from doing one. Like I said, little goes a long way for this kind of thing. Really throws me off now that I actually have eyebrow hair growing. Like, what? That's a stupid thing about alopecia. Is like your hair grows back and then it randomly falls out again and you're like, dude, I was just getting used to that. Like, what are you doing? Anyway. Okay, so that is my eyebrows. Some people do them differently. I don't know. They're not perfect, but they're fine. And then my next step, sometimes I wear eyeshadow, but I'm not today. I'm just gonna do my regular routine with my eyeliner and my lashes. I wear fake eyelashes every single time I do my makeup. With or without eyeliner. Most of the time I wear eyeliner just to get that really close blended look to my actual stupid baby eyelashes that are growing in right now. But if you're looking for an eyeliner that is literally, and I mean literally waterproof, it's at Vanity and Glamour in Des Moines, and this stuff literally does not come off. I mean, it will literally last almost 2 days if you just don't even wipe it off your face. I, a lot of the times, try not to use it over my whole entire eyes because then I feel like I can't get it off and I have little spots everywhere. So I try not to use a whole lot of this. But, I mean, if you need that, like, really solid, like, on there waterproof eyeliner, this is definitely a go-to. It's super awesome. And normally, since I don't really have eyelashes underneath, I like to do little dots and kind of bring down a little bit just to give it the look of what it would look like if I had mascara on my lower lashes. So there's that. Like I said, I don't use a whole lot because I don't like to have too much and I don't want to look like I just got punched in the face. It just doesn't have the look that I usually go for. So I'm not a heavy eyeliner user by any means. So yeah, just about like that. And I want it to be that dotted look so that it doesn't give it too dark of a straight exact line. I don't like having that exact line. I sometimes wear my makeup like that if I'm doing like a whole entire look, but this is kind of just like my everyday makeup kind of thing. And then what I use for the top liner, which I have tried different things for, but I can't get over how much I love this one. It's just the Revlon Color Stay liquid liner, but it's the skinny one because it gives you that really nice crisp thin line without having too much, and it's really easy to control, which is super helpful. My eyes watering. Which is super helpful when you're doing like a winged eyeliner. I'll see if I can do it with this even. I'm gonna make my eyes water. No. Maybe if I go this way, then you can see me. Also, ignore whatever faces I'm making because they're probably atrocious. And I'll just do a baby wing today. Like like so. Cute. And then this one. My eyes watery. The nice thing about wings is they're so easy to fix. So like the other one I did a little thicker, so I can just go back in on this one and just thicken it up, just even them out. Also, did you guys see my cute little plant over here? I got that yesterday and I'm obsessed with it. Hopefully I don't kill it, because I kill literally everything I touch when it comes to plants. Even succulents. Like, how's that even possible? Anyway. Okay. So after that, I do powder on my face. I literally just use this e.l.f. one in light beige. And, like, if I don't want to bake my face or anything, I just go through and just literally brush it all over. Because it's light enough where it doesn't darken me up super bad, but like just a little bit. That way it kind of takes care of anything that needs to be all one color. Also, it's like super weird because like you can brush your freaking makeup all the way back because I'm bald. That's weird. Anyway, okay. So then next what I do is I do my lashes. Everyone always asks me about these, and I'm not gonna lie, they're not easy to do. It's definitely something that you have to get the hang of over time, because I can't even tell you how long it took me to like get them done in a short amount of time. Like, literally takes forever to like precisely get done. So I use the Duo lash adhesive. This one is my favorite lash adhesive because it does not come off. Like, it literally stays on all day long. So I literally just use the smallest drop. I'm just putting on a makeup wipe right now, but that's all I have in front of me. Okay. And I use the Ardell lashes. They're the Fox Wispy ones. And I take my lash here and I use pointed tweezers. And I go through and I just do, hopefully, here I'll do it up here so you can see. Just a little bit. A little goes a long way with this stuff. So I just line it like that, and then I let that one sit for a second. And I always wipe off the glue from the end of mine, because otherwise you're gonna get super sticky when you try to put these lashes on, and it's not fun. And then I go through and do it on this one. But yeah, this glue is awesome, and it dries clear, so you don't ever have to worry about it like screwing up your eyeliner or anything, which is really nice, because I've used other glues and they're not as nice as this one, and just they don't work well. So I'll go with the one that I started with, that I first put the glue on. It'll dry a little bit, and that's what you want. You want it to get a little bit tacky. And then you literally just go through and place it. Start with the middle and really go in and push it. make sure you do not have the pointed part of the tweezers too close to your eyeball or you're going to poke yourself. Been there, done that, it's not fun. So do not do that, but just go through with the end of your lash and push it as hard as you can without obviously stopping yourself, because that is not recommended. Okay, so there's the first one, and any glue that's on there will literally just be clear when it's done, so it's no big deal if it doesn't get on, or if it gets on anything, it's okay. So this one, oops, I got some on the tweezers. If you have any glue on the end of the tweezers that you're going to be using, you need to wipe it off, because otherwise what's going to happen is that when you go through and push it with the end of your tweezers, you're going to have glue on this part, and that will really screw everything up because it'll pull your lash right back off. I also, before I started using these, was just using my fingers. So it is possible without them, but it makes everything a lot easier when you do it this way. Okay, so now that those are on, I'll let those dry a little bit, and then I'm going to go through and do my highlight. So for my highlight, I'm using the Cover FX glitter drops. These are super expensive, and the only reason I got them is because I had a gift card. So if you're like super into glitter and you are willing to spend a lot of money, dude, these are like the perfect go-to. These are so cute. Okay, you can't really see it, but you'll see in a sec. So I literally use a drop, one single drop. Just put it on there. One drop is all it takes. I kid you not. And I use my finger for this part, and I literally just go through super duper lightly and just blend it in with my finger. I know some people are probably watching this and being like, oh my gosh, why do you use your finger? Well, because it's easier for me. And I also put a little tiny bit on my nose. So, this stuff goes a long way. Like, one single drop did this much. Like, how cute. Okay, anyway, that. So now what I do is I usually go through, let me see here, with just a paper towel and kind of clean up under my eyes. Anything that needs to be cleaned up. And you can still see some of the lash glue drying, but that's okay because it'll be all good and dandy. So what I usually go through, now that I have my lashes on, I do a little strip more of eyeliner right underneath the lashes, just to be sure that it's all good and on there. And I don't use very much, just a little bit. Just like that. It looks so good. Yay! And then I go through with my, of course, Better Than Sex mascara. This one is the waterproof one. I've used both of them and I prefer the waterproof. Since I do have a little bit of eyelashes, that's why I've been using mascara, because then it kind of blends them all together and you can't really tell, which is what I need because I don't want that line of where my real ones are and where my fake ones are. I want to avoid that as much as possible. So there's that, and that's it. And then at the very end I also go back through with my facial spray and just go through all of it, and I mean, like, I spray my whole head. It's super hydrating. It feels so good on my skin. and I'm not allergic to it, so that's a super mega plus because I'm literally allergic to everything. But yeah, so there's my daily makeup tutorial for you guys. I know it was kind of long, so if you stuck around this time, I appreciate you. Wow, that was super weird. That was really weird. Anyway, well, I'll try to upload videos more for anybody that is interested, because I know I claimed I was going to do it often, but I'm really busy right now. So I just had a second and I thought I would do this for you guys, so hope you enjoy.